It's not that difficult, right? Pretty standard day for KeeN. Alright, let's do this. The bottom right hand side, our blue Terran player is going to be from SKT1. It is the one, the only, INnoVation. To the upper left, we're going to be seeing the red Terran player. Let's hear it, guys, if you're going to be cheering on KeeN. Thank you very much, Barvaki, for the cheer 1. Let's get this hype going, guys. I mean, me personally, I wanted to cast INnoVation all day long. It just never worked out for us. So to get to cast INnoVation KeeN now is pretty sweet. Really, really glad about this. As we get this set up and get this ready to go. So, just setting up into this and really sort of waiting to see how this is going to be going. We're going to be having a barracks just building up at the front here from KeeN. And the opening just a very fast second gas, so probably some sort of Reaper Hellion base play here. INnoVation with a gas burst himself, but no second gas just yet. We'll have a look to see how exactly this is going to go for him, as the barracks just going to be finishing, and we do see the single SCV of INnoVation just moving towards the upper left hand side and getting in towards the main base here to see what's up and to see what's going on. So SCV jumps in towards the upper left and just going to be having a little bit of a scatter around. Factory is building, which he spots. So INnoVation will just be expanding himself, so he takes the expansion early. So dropping that down in the natural. SCV just starting to build this up here. So SCV starting to build up the natural expansion, and we are just going to be seeing a factory dropping down as well out of INnoVation. So factory drops down from him. We're just going to be seeing a factory from KeeN on the way up as well. INnoVation with this SCV just coming back home. He's scouted now. He's sort of realized that this is going to be a bit more of an aggressive opening from his opponent than what he's going for here. As he just started up his own Reaper, second Reaper. And he's going to be going into his factory. So he's going to go into like Reaper Hellion of his own. Actually going to see KeeN going into a reactor, which is interesting. He's actually pulled out a gas here very early. So he's going to drop his own expansion a little bit faster. And that's going to be a bit of an interesting one. It's going to be very interesting, actually, because INnoVation doesn't really know that this is what's happening. He sees, like, aggression, but he doesn't know exactly what it's going to be, and it's actually going to be an expand, so maybe INnoVation ends up a little bit kind of further behind because he's preparing for something that isn't coming. He's only made 2 Reapers here, and then he's going to go into a Hellion and a Reactor. So both players will end up in very similar scenarios, very similar setups as well, as we're going to be seeing the Command Center just finishing up on the natural very shortly. So just going to see that Command Center finishing here. And we do see the Reaper and the Hellion of KeeN starting to move down through the middle of the map. So starting to move down to the bottom right hand side, looking to see what's going on. I'm just going to be seeing the Reaper and the Hellion of KeeN just again, looking to see what's up and looking to see what is happening. Starport is on the way out here from KeeN. Going to be popping in a moment or two. I'm just going to be seeing the Reaper of KeeN. Popped up to the high ground, we'll run straight into 2 Reapers and a Hellion. And INnoVation will chase to some extent, but gets to the point where even though the Reaper's on very low health, he's just not going to catch it. So he does back away, hops back up to his high ground here, stays safe as the command center for KeeN continues to build up right now. So continue to build up that command center. We are going to be seeing the Hellion and the Reaper just going to be moving around a little bit. I'm going to look to see what sort of direction they might want to be going in here shortly. Hellion's actually going to be coming around the right hand side, so looking to see what's up, but fairly passive for the next few moments. Thank you very much, Rootfly, for your $5 donation. I'll be reading out properly at the end of the game, but thank you very much for the $5. Can we get some necessary hearts in the chat, please? I'll read out the message after the game, as we do have this Hellion just moving up the right hand side still here from KeeN. Team Marines joining up together, the Reaper as well from KeeN just moving forwards and looking to see what's up. The Raven on the way out of INnoVation right now is you see some Hellions and Reapers joined up in the center, and he is trying to pick off that one Hellion, doesn't quite get it. The tank doesn't get more damage done either though. And it's a little bit of an aggressive push from KeeN, looking to see if he can maybe do anything across the map. I kind of like the Raven from INnoVation though. I mean, it's kind of unique, right? I mean, it's a Cloak Banshee on the way, so he's actually going to be very well prepared for this. As we're going to be seeing this Banshee is just about halfway done. This Reaper coming down through the bottom, through the center from KeeN as well. So KeeN just coming down to the bottom, towards the center. And we do see that medevac of KeeN just going to be moving across here and having a little bit of a look to see what's going to be going on. So just having a little bit of a look to see what's going to be happening as we see. He's just going to drop in here. INnoVation with a lot of Hellions, and it looks as though he might very well just be playing mech here. Actually, he's taking his gases on the natural, so he is going to be playing a mech-based playstyle. You see these SCVs pulling away over to the right-hand side, and Hellions going to be very slow to respond to this, actually. INnoVation losing about 8 workers already. Not the best of starts or setups for him at all. 2 more Vikings on the way, but he's completely out of position for that. Now, the Banshee is coming in from the right-hand side. The Raven is also out of location over here, though. Has to start pulling that into a better position. KeeN, some good damage here early on. Let's see if he can do more with the Banshee. Doesn't look as though he will, though. Backing away already. And we see the medevac coming back in towards the main base. Hellions in location. KeeN not with much chance of doing anything around here. Thank you very much as well, Dan Yates, for the subscription. You can see those SJ hearts again in the chat, please, guys. As we do see the couple of racks just continue to come up from KeeN. As you can see, the third base is on the way up as well from KeeN. So third base building, we're going to see this Banshee coming in. Going to go down to the right-hand side. And you'll be seeing KeeN is going to be just moving up through the center. So just moving up through the center. You're going to see a couple of Vikings, the Raven as well. And just going to be seeing this Reaper just dropping down a grenade and just picking away at the SCV. So just picking away at the SCV, that goes down. And we are going to be seeing the Marine here from KeeN just slowly pushing his SCV off to the side. So Marine just going to continue picking away at this, and SCV does go down. Hellions come in and actually clean up a Marine there pretty quickly as well. This Banshee's still around. Where's the Raven gone? Where's the Raven Viking gone? Oh, there he is in the main base, so he's going to pick this off. Not much damage taken then. INnoVation still trailing by a few workers, but considering he's playing mech, that's kind of okay. I mean, in a way, he's actually very far behind on his third base timing as well, though. So actually, I wonder if INnoVation is just going to go for like a 2-base attack. Like, he has a lot of units right now, and a lot of very powerful units at that. But if he doesn't go soon, he's so far behind on the third base, he has to get something done soon, I think. If he doesn't get something done shortly, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. So I think he has to start sort of setting up and having a look to see sort of what direction he can go in. We've seen this Banshee coming in, just going to start working his way through a couple of Hellions here. So some Hellions start to take some damage, and we do see the Vikings and the Raven just moving up the left-hand side as well. Banshee is backing away in this direction, and again, just looking to see what's going on. So INnoVation definitely going to be aggressive. Builds the third CC behind this. Banshee could delay that. And he scans, he sees what's there. I mean, the thing is, he's got the Liberators, and this is really powerful because he has the air control. So he can use the Liberators to slowly push back the tank line of his opponent. Oh, that's pretty cute here, though the siege tank is not going to have a way out because there isn't actually a medevac here to help out. As you can see, the Vikings moving forwards. The Liberators get targeted down so quickly, though the Raven goes down too. INnoVation messes up his control in this. Hellbat's starting to move forwards now themselves, but there's just not enough to really fight against all of these tanks. Vikings are going to land to try and help out, to try and fight against this. I mean, he gets 1 or 2 siege tanks here, but that's about it. It's really not enough to justify how much INnoVation has lost. And KeeN is looking as though he's going to be taking game number 1 right now, because again, he's so far ahead on the third base. That third base of INnoVation being delayed by the Banshee. And all of a sudden, KeeN just has everything, and INnoVation has nothing. Good defense by KeeN over here, the tank line. And I like the Liberators, but the problem is he didn't come forward soon enough with his Vikings to protect those Liberators. The Liberators went down, then he lost the Vikings, lost the Raven without a point defense drone. I'm just going to be seeing those couple of Liberators still up in the sky. A couple of Hellions and a Reaper just moving forward slightly here from INnoVation as well. You're going to see a Barracks coming into the south side, just sort of hidden behind this, just watching the medevacs potentially coming in from that sort of direction. As again, Liberator is going up the top side, the Liberator going over to the left-hand side as well. I'm just looking to see how he can set up against this here over the next few moments. So, Liberator is getting ready to position themselves. I'm just going to be seeing this turret going to be finishing up for KeeN as well. So turret finishes, and Liberator will set up, and we'll just start to pick away at a few of these SCVs. So we'll start picking away a few of those. Viking comes in though, and actually no SCVs go down just yet. Main base will get some damage done though, as KeeN doesn't realize this just yet, and is going to be pulling away just a little bit too late. So 4 workers go down. INnoVation trying to drag himself back into this, and hey, to be fair, he's got his third base up now. He's only 6 workers behind, and he is getting a mech army up, and he's only 20 army supply behind with the mech army, so it's not over. It looked very good for KeeN. I actually thought he was way too far ahead to lose the game, but it's at this point now, actually, INnoVation is to some extent stabilized. He's not in the best of positions, definitely not. But he's not, again, it definitely isn't over. I mean, yes, KeeN's got a 4th base already. He has all the ability in the world to trade, but if there's ever an army composition that can come back from being behind, it will be mech. Just by sitting defensively and waiting for your opponent to overextend into an engagement here on an engagement there. So medevac's on the way up, and I love that, because now he's going to have the mobility on the siege tanks. He can drop Hellbats forwards as well if he would like to instead. There's so much different potential out of those units now that the medevacs have been introduced to the game. Two medevacs with tanks inside, and a couple of Vikings from KeeN continue to move forwards from the left over towards the center now. Continue to position and see what sort of direction he's going to be able to get into. A few Vikings still positioned to the bottom side. We do see a sense tower building up from INnoVation. Well, that's not going to get a chance to finish here, as he does now see this army coming into position. Just a little bit too late for him, though, so he's going to be a little bit slow to respond to this. His third base is going to be under a lot of heavy fire straight away. And actually, might have to just lift up the third base and relocate it, because this isn't pretty for him at all just yet. Two Hellbat drops going to the top side, accidentally bring the rest of the medevacs across as well. We've seen the Vikings coming towards the main base, hunting down the other Vikings of INnoVation, waiting for maybe Vikings to pop out of the starport here. Hellbats moving forwards, tanks beginning to siege, but actually the Hellbats going down before the tanks can really start to make their way through this bio army, so the tanks are going to be kind of engaged into here. A lot of the tanks going down, although a couple of them still surviving. This Hellbat drop thinking about which base it wants to go into. A few Marines ready to come in. And yeah, the other base might be a better choice, but one medevac already falling. INnoVation again having to be defender. Not going the best for him, although this is a bit of a mistake by KeeN. Runs two tanks forwards, although he just killed one, kills two. I thought that was a mistake, but he actually trades evenly, so even if it was a mistake, it turned out okay for him, as he picks off those couple of tanks quite nicely. You're going to be seeing these Vikings still coming up to the top side right now. Bioforces, tanks from KeeN, all joining up together. And he's still in a great position here, but INnoVation will still just try and stay in this, sitting back defensively, using his tank lines to his advantage, trying to survive again and again for just a little while longer. A couple of Hellbats going to morph into Hellions, and we are going to be seeing those couple of Hellions from INnoVation. We'll move over to the right-hand side here, have a look to see what's going on and what's happening. And we're going to be seeing a couple of tank effects up in the sky, also looking to see what's up and what's going on. We're going to see actually one of those Hellions getting caught there almost straight away. And the other one just going to sit to the right-hand side too, as tanks going to be starting to siege up here. Vikings moving forwards and just going to be starting to trade, but there's not enough anti-air, I don't think, from INnoVation. And he is just going to be losing out on all of those Vikings. So he loses out on these. Fire forces again, ready to move forwards again. Medevac's going down now, obviously, because he can't protect us. Oh no, the tanks are going to be fired on by the Vikings. It gives him just that little bit of extra buffering to allow these Marauders to move forwards. And we see the tank line going down. Well, that is INnoVation being broken. It was going to be difficult for him to hold that position, and KeeN just had all the right tools to dismantle him. KeeN right now, and let's introduce our players. To the bottom right-hand side, down the game, looking to fight back. It's going to be our blue Terran player. It is INnoVation. And he's going up against the red Terran to the bottom left-hand side. It is KeeN coming in and setting up here in the early stages of the game. Very much 54 Pathfinder for the Cheer 110. My dad is on very much so on the Twitch hype lately, guys. He's on the SC2i Heart hype, he's on the Cheer hype. He just can't get enough of Twitch since he got his Twitch Prime. It's incredible. Very, very much. As we jump into this second game now, we're going to see a Rax opening, so no gas first from INnoVation. That's a little bit different right from the get-go. We're going to see a gas coming down here from INnoVation too. I'm just going to be seeing the Rax gas setting up, and yeah, kind of interesting, a bit different from what we've seen so far. We are going to be seeing gas first from KeeN, so gas first coming in from KeeN right now, and that'll open up him up into a lot of different possibilities, a lot of different opportunities here in this. You see his barracks is about halfway done already out of KeeN, so that's about halfway done. His barracks continue to build up from both, and yeah, SCV's just continue to mine away from now. And just continue to set up into this and see how exactly this is going to continue over the next few minutes. So Rax is going to sit on the high ground here, and we are going to be seeing the SCV coming down to the low ground. Just going to be mining away on this mineral line, getting a little mineral there, and then just going to be popping down a command center in a moment or two. And again, SCV over towards the natural, and just sort of setting up into all of this. So setting up into all of this, CC on the way from both, Ripper on the way from both, as we set on up and get ready to go. Deeper going to come down as well from INnoVation here, and again just building up in the early stages. KeeN building his factory, and that is the one difference right now. KeeN's just factory is a little bit further ahead, but it's the difference between a normal Reaper expand and a gas first Reaper expand. So we sort of see the differences now. Again, there is not much between them. Here on New Gettysburg, very defensive map, very safe map to kind of play up into multiple bases on if that's where you want to go. So if that's the sort of direction you want to go in, that's maybe what we're going to be seeing here. As you are just going to be seeing the Ripper from KeeN just moving around a little bit, having a look to see what's going on. Just going to be seeing that Reaper just looking to see what's up, what is happening. So Reaper just looking to see what's up and what's happening. Going to be seeing the CCs finishing up from both players in a moment or two. And I'm just going to have to let the dog out. I just got locked in. Come on. Alright, so we're going to be seeing this CC just finishing up into an orbital now. And we see a couple of Hellions on the way from KeeN. So he puts his factory onto the reactor, Hellions on the way out early. Just the single Hellion from INnoVation. So obviously, again, slight differences here in the very early stages of the game. Which just allows you to go into slightly different things. It looks as though INnoVation will just go for one Hellion to sort of scout, put a little bit of map control onto the map for himself. Goes into the tech lab on the factory straight away, whether that's for the starport to hop on over to, or whether it's just going to be for a tank or a Cyclone early. I mean, probably Cyclone Viking is the most common composition here. It looks as though that's exactly what it's going to be. So Cyclone Viking just keeps you very safe against pretty much anything in the early stages. You're going to see those three Hellions going to be able to pick off the Reaper and Hellion, are they? They're going to get the Hellion. The Reaper might just about get away. No, it's too slow compared to a Hellion. So Reaper goes down. KeeN, nice little pick up there. Nothing too major as we see a few Marines just sat up on the high ground waiting for those few Hellions to just going to be coming up here as well. I'm going to see one Hellion getting targeted down instantly. The second Hellion getting a lot of damage as well. And still those few Hellions just looking to see where they can kind of go from next. So we're going to see two more Marines from INnoVation just moving forwards. INnoVation going to be starting up. Every SCV or two. Deeper will come down in the mineral line as well. And the Cyclone just going to be moving forwards. I'm just going to lock onto this Hellion here. I'm just going to be picking that off. So Hellion goes down. And a couple of Hellions of KeeN going to be moving through the bottom side of the map back over to the left-hand side. There's a couple of Hellions moving over to the left-hand side there. Two Hellions and a Reaper to the top side as well from KeeN. And we're just going to be seeing this Banshee of KeeN just moving through the bottom as well. So KeeN just looking to get aggressive here. Now this time INnoVation does not have a Raven up like he did last game. So let's see how well he's going to be able to do kind of defending against this Banshee-based play. He's actually going to be attacking through the south side right now. A little bit awkward because Hellions are about to come in through the right-hand side. They're going to be able to get some good damage done to the mineral lines. And this Banshee comes to the main base too. And INnoVation is so far out of position. However, KeeN doesn't have much at home either. His tank's only just started. So it's a very weird situation we get into here. Cancel. Doesn't get it. Kill on the CC. Banshee in the main is doing so much damage. Another Viking and Raven, Viking and Cyclone are on the way out. But not here just yet. You'll see this next Banshee coming forwards as well. Going to be cloaking up here right away. INnoVation needs these scans. Oh man, he's taking so much damage already. 15 workers down, but now he'll start to kill so much of his opponent. He's actually going to kill his opponent's natural command center. So that's huge. This is actually a really kind of crazy game. INnoVation down 20 workers and maybe even more to go still. Okay, he'll keep himself safe in the main base now. Oh, the SCVs come back in. That's huge because actually if this base doesn't go down, maybe that's the difference between the players at this point. KeeN is 13 workers ahead, but not for long. This base is still full, and SCVs continue to drop, and he might still just pick this off at the very end. A few SCVs left. He comes in, picks off another Banshee. Third base is something which he maybe needs to try and get. Oh, he's going to drop on top of the tank. I like it, because honestly, at this point, anything he can pick away at is huge. He's going to get some repair good on this siege tank right now, but more SCVs going down. The Cyclone falls, and actually that means that the Banshee here is going to be unaccounted for. 6 worker lead for KeeN, but INnoVation with the army supply to work with. However, KeeN has a third base finished, and that's the difference. INnoVation has not cancelled that third base of his opponent, which did happen for his opponent, as we're going to be seeing the Banshee is going to be, the medevac is going to be unloading over here towards the third base. He'll start working his way through this as an orbital starts to morph in. Tank is not in position, Banshee not in position. Viking will help to work his way through this. It's not going to go down, that's the thing. And INnoVation, 6 workers down here, base down, still with an army supply advantage though, and that's what he's got to push right now. He's got to take what he has, and he has to work with this, as we're going to be seeing. Oh, I don't like this, since dropping on top of this tank again. The medevac going to go down as well. He's going to try and kill the tank, and he might just get it. Oh, it's so close, but it doesn't go down, and that's a huge misplay by INnoVation, losing so many units to not gain enough. As we're going to be seeing these Marines just moving over to the right-hand side. So Marines going to move over to the right-hand side, pull back, but well, there's Banshee still doing damage from KeeN, and it looks as though it's not going to be INnoVation that we're going to be seeing in this week's Leifeng Cup, because at this point I think KeeN has done enough to defend. Maybe picking away at just a few more SCVs here. I mean, this Banshee will get scanned. INnoVation is still down by 9 workers though, down by an orbital command center. His army supply advantage is now gone. He just went a little bit too YOLO on that one tank there, and that lost his army supply advantage, which he maybe could have used to win this if he'd attacked with everything at the same time. It's very close, man. I feel as though in a way he should have maybe just stayed in and just tried to kill that natural CC. It could have made such a difference for him. I mean, 2 base against 2 base is very different to 3 against 2. I think not targeting that down is one of the big mistakes which INnoVation's made in this, honestly. It's a shame as well. I mean, you could also argue he could go towards the third, but actually I feel as though he couldn't just go towards the third, because If he kills the third but then doesn't kill workers, there's not enough. So I think it was definitely the natural command center which he had to try and kill there. Just hasn't happened. Slight army supply lead, but 10 workers down a base. How does he come back in this? The Banshees are still across the map picking up kills as well. We're going to be seeing this Banshee coming in. There's not a turret in position just yet. It's not going to be as INnoVation. Just going to go for one attack across the map, I think, to try and finish this off. The turret's going to go down before it can finish building. So it's going to get targeted. It's going to die. No cancel. And, well, attack up the ramp as we're going to be seeing the tank attack play coming in. He's going to be microing as best he can, INnoVation. But the one tank of KeeN is just picking up too many kills. INnoVation's cleaned out. GG is called. KeeN is going to qualify for the Leifeng Cup